But first, I'm John Bachman with this Newsmax Now update. It will never happen again. That's the promise from the director of the Secret Service today as she testified on Capitol Hill.
It's clear that our security plan was not properly executed. This is unacceptable, and I take full responsibility, and I will make sure that it does not happen again.
Well, this hearing comes just one day after several reports say Omar Gonzalez was able to overpower a guard and then sprint all the way to the East Room of the presidential mansion before finally being stopped. Congressman Jason Chaffetz of Utah says the uniformed Secret Service did not do enough or use enough force.
Don't let them get in the White House, ever. And if they have to take action that's lethal, I will have their back. In this day and age of ISIL and terrorists and IEDs and dirty bombs, we don't know what's going on underneath that person's clothing.
Well, the breach is just the latest in a string of embarrassing incidents for the Secret Service, including gunshots fired at the White House all the way back in 2011 and a prostitution scandal involving agents in Colombia in 2012. And there's been more heavy fighting today between ISIS rebels and Kurdish forces along the Turkey-Syria border. The Islamic State is closing in on the Kurdish city of Kobane. Also, tens of thousands of refugees have fled across the border into Turkey. Reports say the Kurdish fighters are outnumbered and they lack the equipment needed to fend off this recent advance by ISIS militants. And going before the UN General Assembly, Israel's Prime Minister has drawn a line connecting ISIS and Hamas. Benjamin Netanyahu slams countries also who have supported the fight against ISIS but attacked Israel for their war with Hamas.
They evidently don't understand that ISIS and Hamas are branches of the same poisonous tree.
They are both designated terrorist organizations under the United States designations, but certainly we see differences in terms of the threat and otherwise.
That was State Department spokeswoman Jen Psaki also saying that she doesn't believe the Prime Minister is suggesting that the U.S. start launching attacks on Hamas. Well, the FCC sacks the NFL's blackout policy. The old policy allowed the league to bar TV networks from showing games in markets when the home team fails to sell out the stadium on game day. But the FCC voted today unanimously to end that policy. The NFL says the rule is meant to boost attendance, but the FCC says it only hurts fans. And the most decorated Olympian of all time, Michael Phelps, has been arrested again on suspicion of DUI in Maryland today. Police stopped the winner of 18 gold medals for doing 84 in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. Also reckless driving as well. Phelps was arrested after he failed a series of sobriety tests. This is his second DUI charge in Maryland. We'll have another update coming up for you in 30 minutes. For now, I'm John Bachman. We'll send it back to Steve Malzberg live from New York City.